Well, we'll cross the bridge when we come to that. I sincerely hope that Mr. Anna Hazare or any of his followers do not go on fastened to death. Suicide, voluntary, is a crime. I sincerely hope, most earnestly hope this would not happen. I would humbly and respectfully appeal to Mr. Anna Hazare and his followers not to create a situation of anarchy. The bill is yet only a bill. It will be discussed in the Standing Committee of Parliament. They have all the avenues open to have their point of view proceeded with before members of Parliament.
Minister,
and I hope that some solution would be found.
Minister, we've got these live images from outside Tihar Jail. You really need to see these images. Thousands of people protesting, and they're now celebrating the fact that Anna Hazare will be freed. I want to ask you about what Manish Tiwari, national spokesperson of the Congress party, said on the 14th of August, and I'm citing this one quote to you as an example of the confusion that prevails in the Congress party when it comes to dealing with Anna Hazare. He says, Anna Hazare is neck deep in corruption. The activist needs to be shown in his place. We want Anna Hazare, who's the so-called face of the fast against corruption. He says you are involved in corruption from top to bottom. We are not saying this. This has been said by a probe panel which was headed by a former Supreme Court judge. You also go on to allege, the Congress party says that Kiran Bedi must explain how she got 2.5 crore rupees from Lehman Brothers. The next day the government says, no, we don't want to make this battle personal. This is about principles. No personal allegations. Why first did the government level personal allegations? Why was that changed the next day? Why was Anna Hazare picked up this evening in a political decision? The decision is reversed. You know, there seems to be confusion, Minister.
Do you seriously expect me to answer why a particular colleague of mine used particular words? I have not used those words, and I have no intentions of using those words. But you have to ask this question to the person who used those words.
He spoke in his capacity, not as an individual MP. He spoke in his capacity, Minister, as a national spokesperson for the Congress party after the Congress party had cleared him to say those things. He didn't just come out and decide he wanted to get nasty with Anna Hazare, get personal and level those allegations. That was a thought-out, concerted strategy which lasted all of 24 hours and was unceremoniously nixed the next day.
You have a right to put a question to me if I speak in a particular manner. I am not here to comment on what was said by someone else in a different context for different reasons. I am not privy to why it was said and so forth and so on. And I am completely satisfied that I have no reason to comment on those.
But would you at least as a citizen say that sort of a personal nasty attack was probably in bad taste and that's the sort of discourse we should stay away from, Minister?
I would use a language which I used, which I am now using on your channel, which I always use. I have no comments to make on what another colleague of mine said and the manner in which he expressed himself.
Before I let you go, what happens next, Mr. Ashwini Kumar? Anna Hazare will be freed. You know, people's power prevails. That's our headline. That's what people across the country think. Government has succumbed to people's pressure. What happens next? Are you open for further negotiations? Will the government dilute its stance on the Lokpal bill, accept some more of the recommendations of Team Anna?